What's up, guys? It's your girl Brittany. I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. Let's get into it. So this episode starts where we left off, and that's with the whole chaos. It's like, y'all, the perfect word to describe this episode is what people say nowadays: overstimulated like hell. Cause you got Biggie and Smiley over here, Anna's running around, Gretchen's yelling at her from afar. You got Cold Killer and Tika over here, and then at the same time, people are still coming in and they're looking confused. They're hugging each other. People are trying to move away from the fights. And then, y'all, the worst thing about it, I don't know whose idea in Zeus, I don't know if y'all peeped this, but I don't know whose idea it is at Zeus for them to try to show us the fights through the body camera. Like, y'all, just have the camera up and record the fight this way. You can barely see the fight when you looking over through the body cam, because all you can see is face and hands, like the reaction of the fight. You can't even see if the hits are connecting. Like, y'all, I was so confused watching these fights. I just felt like I was watching like a police channel, because you know, like on the police channels, they just show you the body cam footage. Like, I was so confused. Like, y'all just go back to regularly recording the fights. Like, what? But Biggie ran down on Smiley because she said that Smiley talked about her deceased man. And no lie, I do remember Smiley like prank calling Biggie and, you know, posting stuff about Biggie. I'm not sure if she did talk about her man or not, but I don't put it past Smiley, because Smiley was constantly just posting stuff, blowing up her phone, and it was weird. And Biggie is not the best fighter, but she did give her a few little Mario binks, like, and Smiley's face afterwards, I was like, yeah, Biggie got that. Then you go to the Tink and Cold Killer fight that's happening in the back, and Tink has on Cold Killer's hat, trying to troll her. And no lie, Cold Killer made a good point.
My hat on the floor, so she picked it up on her troll shit because she was really salty for it. I feel like she was embarrassed. Like I said, she ain't lose, but she was supposed to have me all over this bitch like that, and she didn't, you know?
Because it's like, yeah, we're fighting over the song, and yeah, that's what you do, you troll and woo, but the only reason why you want to keep fighting me for real, is because you're not getting me how you want to. It's like, we fought it out 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but now it's like we're fighting 4 times, you're taking my hat, you're just doing this, and it's just like, and then it's like, yo, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say it, I don't dislike Tink, but I just don't think she's funny, you know, no shade. It's like, it's a few here and there, but it's like, you can tell she's one of those people that tries to be funny and looks for a moment. But they go again, and I'm not sure which one did it, but I think one of them spit, and I was just like, okay, it is, like I said, the beef is, y'all, like, it's not that deep, but no lie, from what I saw, it did look like Tink got that. Then, like I said, it looked like Biggie got that with Smiley. And out of nowhere, Lex is walking towards Tavi and Fauna, because she says she needs to get that with them because they jumped her at the reunion.
So, you know, I at least wanted to sit down for a second, look cute, but I do have unfinished business with Tavy and Fauna, because them hoes jumped me at reunion. So now y'all gotta see me.
I was jumped.
And no lie, even though Lex got that with both of them, you know, Tavi and Fauna, like, they did good. Like, Fauna was in her confessional, like, you like work, you know, I know how to fight you now. It's like, you didn't get whooped, but you didn't win either. But it's just like, you know. However, I feel like they handled that at the reunion. At the beginning, they jumped her, and then Tavi and Fauna, they went again. Her and Fauna, yeah, her and Tavi, they went again. Her and Fauna, they went again. So it's just like, why drag on the beef that happened last season? Like, y'all, I really hope, like, after they all fought, they were just like, okay, one and done, yeah, it's done. Like, I really hope that they're over that. Like, I don't want to keep seeing this beef again. I really don't want to keep seeing Lex beat up Tavi and Fauna. It's just like, I'm over it. But in the back that the BGC girls were coming in, and y'all, everybody, like, I saw Sarah was laughing and smiling. I saw Judy was low-key, like, looking like, oh, okay, like, everybody claimed, oh my gosh, I'm so above this so messy, but everybody was in the back laughing at this, but it's like, I get it, but it's just like, I peeped that, y'all messy. Then, y'all, out of nowhere, Taseki just starts coming at Summer, because Summer is running her mouth.
Talking about get this bitch. Your mouth is still loose. You know what? Wah! Right up in that mouth again, every time.
And y'all, Summer was running, but when Taseki was attacking her, she wasn't just like hiding. She was at least kind of throwing it. But Summer really wasn't trying to fight Taseki. But the fact that Taseki was actually just like, wop, wop. Like, Summer even tried to throw a leaf at her one time. Like, it was even at one time, somebody showed in slow motion, like, when Taseki hit her, Summer's head just, like, went back. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, Taseki, what? It's the fact that they didn't even fight. It was low-key, like, and Taseki wasn't even giving it her all for real. And it's not like she whooped her ass, but the fact that Taseki was really getting her with these little 1-2 slaps and that one little punch, I was just like, yo, no wonder why Summer doesn't want to fight her, because they know if they let them square up, like, Taseki is going to, like, do Summer in. So it's like, yeah, Summer was ducking the smoke, but I don't blame her. However, I'm not mad at it, because last episode, Summer was sitting here saying, oh, I'm on that, woo woo woo, Taseki want to do that, I'm not gonna duck no smoke and woo woo. But now that Taseki wants to do that, you don't have that same energy. It would have been different if she was talking to her friends and she was just like, yo, I really don't want to do this and woo woo woo. But the fact that you didn't say that, it's just like, why are you mad that this girl wants to fight you? And then you said you were going to be on that with her. So I'm not even understanding why she did not want to fight her and why she did not expect for Taseki to not want to fight her. So it's just like, I wasn't mad at it, but it's just like I said, I understand it though. I understand it. And the whole time, Summer was just like, oh my gosh, you weird, like, get away from me, I don't want to fight you, you should be fighting your sister. And the thing that Taseki was trying to say is like, yo, mind your business. Me and my sister, like, at that moment, like, I did hear her say, me and my sister are cool. Like, if I had a real issue with my sister, we would not be here. So you mind your business and not even say anything regarding me and my sister. But Summer kept saying it. I feel like if she would have, like, just be quiet, then Taseki probably would have stopped, because she said she was only hitting her because she was running her mouth, which Summer was. Like, it's not like she was, like, hitting her and Summer wasn't saying anything. Like, and in a way, I guess you can say Summer was defending herself, but at the same time, she was running her mouth. No shade. So it's just like, I'm not even understanding, you know. But then, you know, Lex and Dolly, I can say, like, they expected it, but, you know, at the same time, they were low-key, like, putting their hands in the middle, like, you know, Taseki, stop, woo woo woo. But, you know, I guess you can say that they were doing that. Then, out of nowhere, we see Anna hit Smiley, and afterwards, Smiley passes off, has a seizure, and it's like, I told y'all how I feel about that. And it's just like, I feel like if she knows that she has epilepsy or seizures, why put yourself on a show where if you know you get hit in the head, you have one? Like Biggie said, like, you were looking for a moment, I gave you a moment, and if you know this is going to happen, why put yourself in a space where you're going to the hospital and what you got to tell your doctor? Oh, well, I was getting beat up because I willingly put myself on this show called Baddies, where they beat me up because I be the one starting with them. Because it's not like they started with you out of nowhere. You could put yourself in this situation. I really don't see how people support Smiley. I feel like she's weird. I feel like she's ignorant. And I feel like she's dumb. So it's just like, when she was getting carried off, I feel bad for her. Especially me as someone that has epilepsy. It's just like, I wouldn't even put myself in a situation like this. And it's just like, not like having a seizure is a good experience. Like, y'all, that shit fucking sucks. Just like, so it's just like, she's a weirdo. Like, then what? Okay, let me say this. I remember a while ago, Scotty's close friends got leaked, and Scotty was sitting here saying, oh, Krishan had checked the big three and they didn't do anything, and woo woo woo. And I'm guessing this is this time, because Krishan and Lex kind of have a little disagreement, because Krishan feels like people are fake clicked up, because when Taseki was attacking Summer, the big three didn't do anything like they usually do.
I'm saying, like, it's fake clicked up. Y'all know
It's
who,
not fake.
Y'all know who not to touch or not.
No, it's not about
Y'all
touching.
know who not to
It's
touch.
a certain reason that
Y'all know who not to touch and who to touch. Look, y'all know who not to touch and who not to touch.
You wanted me to touch her and jump your sister?
No, I'm just saying.
We didn't let. That was a situation between.
Y'all know who to jump. Y'all know who to fight.
Who do I jump? Who have I ever jumped?
You know? Why are you talking so directly?
No,
I'm talking to everybody.
No, but right, but you're talking.
I'm talking
as
to everybody.
A collective,
I'm talking to everybody.
So that means you're also talking to me.
There
You're
she
saying
go.
they just let Summer
Here's the
just
floor,
fight by
Lex.
herself.
Here's the floor.
That's what you said. I just hear some whispering on the side, and I look over, and I hear Krishan talking to Tommy, just saying a whole bunch of nothing. But the shit that she's saying is like directed towards me.
And I agree with what Krishan was saying. However, I really don't feel like they got checked. I feel like, you know, Lex said what she had to say on the situation. Dolly was saying what she had to say in the back, but she wasn't like being aggressive, so not like, you know, they really care. Summer was getting slapped by Taseki, and you know, she was, like I said, she was getting, you know, slapped like hell by Taseki, but she wasn't like backing down, you know, you can say. So it's like, I wouldn't even say that they got punked. They just didn't jump in. Lex says she didn't jump in because she didn't agree with the situation. Dolly says she didn't jump in because of the same reason. She made up with Taseki. And if Summer had this issue with Taseki, they felt like it was between them. Because it's like, if the big three were jumping them, people would have been like, oh, why they jumping? I'm glad they didn't jump in, because it's not their issue. They can still be friends and have their own beef. Like, they don't need to jump everybody together. But at the same time, I get what Krishan is saying. Like, y'all are known for this. This is what y'all do. So it's like, yeah, I'm low-key feeling like y'all are fake clicked up, or y'all do shit for camera time, or where is that same energy? Like, I get where Krishan is coming from, but at the same time, I'm happy that the big three didn't do it. Like, but like I said, I get it. But at the same time, Lex did not get punked. Like, they did not get checked. Like, Lex said what she had to say. And I feel like if Krishan wanted to fight Big Lex would have fought Krishan. Like, not like Big Lex is scary, like, you know. But y'all want to know what? It seemed like Krishan is really trying to turn over a new leaf. Like, she's not trying to be aggressive. She's not trying to fight. Like, shoot, Taseki even told freaking Krishan to slap Summer, and Krishan wasn't trying to do that. So it's just like, wow, it seems like Krishan is turning over a new leaf. Like, do y'all think this is genuine? No lie, I laughed at this moment. Tink is sitting here talking to Rolly, and she's basically saying that she wants to get her lick back from Tommy for, you know, what she did on Baddies Midwest with the pew pew. So she comes up from behind and drags Tommy. And of course, Tommy didn't do anything. She's sitting here talking about she expected it, you know, she just wanted her jewelry. And it's just like, about that, it's just like, if Tommy didn't want to fight, then Tommy didn't want to fight. But it's just like, I hate when people make it seem like, and then on top of that, like I said, I'm not saying people can't change, or, you know, and woo woo woo, but at the same time, I hate when people make it seem like, you know, Tommy's just this big bad wolf. But it's just like, clearly Tommy really don't be on that for real. Like, she let Tink grab her, you know, she didn't do anything, she accepted it, she said that she expected it. So it's just like, I mean, I guess you can say Tink got her lick back, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure Tink would have rather fought Tommy, and I'm pretty sure she wanted Tommy to do anything, but at the same time, she wasn't going to like force a fight with Tommy if Tommy didn't want it. So I hope Tink is like satisfied with it and they can settle that, and that's something that doesn't, you know, keep being brought up in her storyline, because it's like clearly Tommy's not on that and she doesn't want that. So it's just like, I don't know, how do y'all feel about it? Because it's just like, I feel like at this point it's over. Tommy doesn't want to fight, but it's just like, I feel like Tink wanted to fight. I feel like Tink would have rather fight. And the whole Taseki and Summer, you know, little thing happens again. You know, nothing too serious. You know, Taseki's just still you know, slapping the shit out of her. And then Taseki's little puppet, Mariah Lynn, comes along and she's like, move over, I'll do it for you. And then it's just like, when they fight, nothing even happens. You know, they're fighting whatever in between them like this. And I was just like, Mariah Lynn already fought Summer. I'm guessing, you know, you can call it, this is her giving her one head up or whatever, because she did sneak her when she got in. But it's just like I said, Mariah Lynn, yeah, it's just Taseki's little puppet. And the thing is, it's like, you can like Taseki, want to be friends with her, but it's like, you don't really have to. It seems like Mariah Lynn is just doing all this to, you know, try to impress her. But this is just my opinion. Like I said, maybe I could be hating, or, you know, maybe I'm being messy. But it's like, Summer fought Mariah Lynn, but she did not want to fight Taseki. And it's just like, you knew you were gonna have to fight Taseki. You said you were gonna have to fight her. Like, so. But as they're in the middle of arguing about the audition stuff, Rolly is just like, wait, I need to have a conversation with Tanisha. And I was crying because Tanisha did look like, what the, Judy was just like, Tanisha, Rolly wants to talk to you. And then Krishan was just like, what? Who is Tanisha? Tanisha did look gagged, but Tanisha did say, you know, if anything happened, she was going to stand on it. But I really want to know, I can't really see Rolly actually popping off on Tanisha, because Tanisha didn't even, you know, look like she was coming on that. And, you know, Rolly did look like she just wanted to talk. But I really want to know, if something would have happened between Rolly and Tanisha, with any of the BGC girls jump in, that would have been wow. Like, I'm happy that didn't happen. But then it's just like, they talk it out, you know, apparently they had something, words were exchanged over the internet. And and Rolly was just like, Rolly was getting emotional. Tanisha was getting emotional, and she was just like, this is what the fans want to see. This is what Bad Girls Club is all about. And it was just like, it took me back to those days in her Bad Girls Club reunion days when she was talking to Erica, and she was just like, these are things people want to see, babe. Now I like you. Now I like you. What, the BGC 8 reunion? It's just like, Tanisha is just so dramatic. But, you know, they hugged it out, which is good, because it's like, they did not need to fight over any type of misunderstanding over the internet. Yeah, it was dumb. Then Lemon Pepper comes in and he tells them that, you know, he's limiting Natalie's camera time because they're trying to find someone that can work besides Natalie. And it's just like, you know, just say, you know, Natalie ran off on her last scene and woo woo, like, because it's like, I really can't see him replacing Natalie. Like, she kind of is the face of Baddies. It is her show. No lie, like, it could, I would be down for that. But it's just like, I just can't see it happening. And I honestly can't even see Natalie wanting her camera time limited, because she takes pride in being the face of Baddies anyways. And it's just like, was this episode kind of like still smooth about her? And yeah, it's like they still did the same thing. You know, it's like, it really wasn't that much of a negative impact that Natalie wasn't on this episode. But I just can't see this whole thing going without Natalie, if y'all get what I'm saying. And then Lemon Pepper tells them that Scotty has something to tell them, and then Scotty lets the rest of the girls know that she's pregnant, and, you know, people are congratulating her, and, you know, Lex in here talking about, you know, doesn't really have much of an effect on me, and it's just like, oh my gosh, girl, just say congrats. But forget that, because it's just like, yeah, they not really that cool anyways. But who was cringe to me was Tavi.
You thought it was Scotty with the body? No, it's Scotty with the baby.
And I said, Tanisha better trademark Zeus going up before she be in the same situation Bree's in now.
Zeus going up.
Then I guess it's the next day or whatever, and Taseki is going off outside at Krishan because apparently she's mad that Marsh is there, because apparently Marsh jumped her or got some people to jump her. You know, I don't know, it was something like that. But the funny thing is, I was crying at, you know, when Taseki was going off, and then when they were done, I heard Taseki in the back say, "Oh my bitches, let's go." They were in their confessional. Well, at least Biggie and Mariah were, because they were there. They were just like, oh, you know, we looking out for people on the side for Taseki. You know, she probably got PTSD. And it's just like, I honestly still don't understand what's going on, because then we get to Krishan, and she's saying that the only reason why Taseki is acting like this because somebody told Taseki that somebody was talking about her, and they claimed they weren't.
She came outside like somebody was talking about her.
Nobody
So instead of just coming getting the truth and evidence, you go off the storyline for a moment. You know you can't do that no more this time around, right?
And what, I don't understand, what is her issue? We were just all kumbaya.
Now you acting retarded too. Everybody was stupid. I'm just saying, like, look, if we keep, of course, bro. Like how you was just at the room.
Why were we here? We came together.
I need you to act like you know. If you don't know, this shit is not funny. I pulled up just to get cussed out. This is just what she wanted, because I haven't said anything negative, weird about my sister, but all that other stuff, here you go, you can have the floor. That's all y'all be wanting nowadays. It's just clout. Go ahead, go, have clout, I'm not scared of you. Right? Then Latifah, she's showing her ass, yo, because everybody call her boring, yo. She believed what the comments say about her, and she won't play with me because they call her boring.
And Krishan also thinks that, you know, Taseki's looking for a moment because people were always calling her boring on the previous seasons. And it's just like, honestly, it just seemed like Krishan and Taseki have things going on. And it's just like, it even seems like Krishan was talking in code to Sky, because she was in here talking about, bro, if you know, you know, don't act like you don't know. And it was just like, I don't know what's going on with them. And it's just like, the whole situation is just weird. Then we have Seki and her girls on one car in one sprinter, Scotty, Tabby, and Fauna and Cold Killer on another sprinter, and then the rest of the girls on another sprinter. And the funny thing is, like, Mariah Lynn just migrated into their trio. And it's just like, if they all like each other and they all cool, then it's just like, okay, cool. But it's just funny how Mariah Lynn just really migrated into their little trio. And even when Taseki was explaining her story, like, she was talking all low. It was kind of like she was whispering. And then when they were having some little side conversation, she was just like, yeah, like, are y'all listening? They're just like, yeah, she said that you were crazy and she was looking at you crazy. And we were like, how? And I don't know why. For some reason that made me laugh. Because they locked the fuck in to let her know that they were listening. And I was just like, Because then afterwards, not Mariah Lynn, Anna gets turned. And she's just like, oh, Marsh is gonna have to fight me, Mariah, and Biggie. She don't even gotta worry about you. And I was just like, if I were Biggie and Mariah, I would just be like, whoa. Who said that? Like, why are we making plans or fighting people on the behalf of Taseki? Like, what? Who said that? Then she also talks about how she wants Sky too. And it's just like, I'm confused on what's going on. So Taseki has the issue with Marsh. So now Anna is signing the rest of y'all up to fight Marsh on behalf of Taseki. Now y'all want to fight Sky too, and it's just like, when did that become y'all's issue too? Because Taseki could honestly beat all three of them up at the same time if she wanted to, probably. So it's like, and then on top of that, who said y'all could even beat up Marsh? So it's just like, why not let Taseki handle her whole thing with Marsh and Krishan and all that, and y'all stay out of it? Because not like they're, well, and you know, if she gets jumped, I can see y'all jumping in, but it's just like, why involve yourself in this issue? And it's just like, what, like I said, like, it's weird. Because like I said, if all y'all are friends and y'all are cool, then it's just like, and y'all like each other and y'all are gang, then it's just like, that is cool. But why are we doing this weird shit? It's definitely giving like y'all trying to do something to prove or impress Taseki, and because it's just like, she can fight her own stuff. Oh, whoa, and speaking of this just let me think it is. Did y'all peep in the back, like the night before when Anna and Gretchen were arguing? Gretchen said something about, oh, that's why he left you burning to Anna. Like, y'all, what was that about?
That was nothing like He left you burning, bitch.
On the bus with Scotty and you know, Fanico Killer and Tavi, they don't really talk about anything. You know, Scotty talks about, you know, how she's going to be happy to be a mom, and then Tavi asks Scotty, oh, is Miss Nine gonna pay for your baby shower like she did Tinka? And Scotty said, no. Like, oh. And the thing is, if this were Scotty Baddies South, it probably would have been like, oh my gosh, you know, yeah, maybe she'll do that. But now it's just like, yo, Scotty do not need Miss None no more. On the other bus with Rolly and them, Rolly just talks about how her and Natalie have a complicated relationship, but they always gonna be cool. They do this on and off camera and woo. And it's just like, if Rolly is okay with being, you know, toxic with Natalie, then it's just like, if she likes it, I love it. Like, you look stupid, but if you like it, I love it, girl. Then, you know, they're talking, you know, turn it up to Tink's song or whatever. Then out of nowhere, Summer's just like, oh, you know, Tink, what's up with you and Dolly? Like, you know, I feel like you don't really like Dolly. Then out of nowhere, Dolly and Tink just start going at it off of that just one little comment. And that's where we in the episode. And it low-key looked like Dolly was tearing Tink up. No lie. So yeah, we end the episode with Dolly versus Tink, so I'm guessing that's where we're gonna pick up next episode. And it looked like Code Killer gets scalped, and then Taseki and Krishan, they get emotional, and it's just like, yeah, it seemed like it's a whole bunch going on next week. So it's like, it was a lot this episode. Biggie done ran down on Smiley. Smiley need to leave, like I said, just pure ignorant. Tink and Cold Killer, they need to end this little beef, because it's like getting scalped because of who did what song is, you know, it's not worth it. But it's like the camera angles were weird, but it's just like, I really don't think one was whooping the other again, but it's like, you know, whatever. Lex did, you know, whoop on Fauna and Tavi, but it's like they didn't do bad. Well, let me not say whoop. Lex did win, but you know, Fauna and Tavi, they didn't do bad, but it's like they agreed to drop it, so let's just hope they drop it. Seki was slapping the crap out of Summer, and it's just like, I feel like Summer should have kept the same. If she really didn't want to fight Taseki because she knew she was going to get her ass beat, then she shouldn't have said that she was going to fight Taseki regardless if she get her ass beat or not. Like, she should have just came in there, said she want to talk to her, she not on that, you know, she apologized, but she didn't do that. So it's like Taseki slapped the crap out of her, and you know, she kept slapping the crap out of her. So it's just like, no lie. don't really blame Taseki. Mind your business. Whatever I got going on with me and my sister, you know, we cool. But you keep running your mouth about it, I'm going to just keep slapping the crap out of you, you know? Like, so it's like I said, I get it. Krishan didn't literally check the big three and Lex. Like, Krishan said her opinion about it. Lex said her opinion about it. And I feel like if Krishan really wanted that from Lex would have gave her that, you know? Like, so it's just like, you know, but and then about that situation, I'm happy that the big three is not really, you know, jumping into this little issue with Taseki, because it's just like, this is Summer's issue. But at the same time, I don't blame Krishan for saying, you know, like, where's the same energy? Like, is this what y'all do? Like, are y'all really friends? Are y'all not friends? Do y'all jump people together? Do y'all not jump people together? Y'all know who to jump, who not to jump? Like, she's just asking the questions that, you know, she's been seeing like other people. So her seeing it in person, it's just like, oh shit, you know, what's tea? So it's just like, y'all, no shade, I get Krishan, but it's like Lex also stood her ground by saying we're not jumping in because we feel like this got nothing to do with us. The Mariah and Summer fight wasn't hitting on that end. It really wasn't hitting on that end at all. And it's just like, it really sometimes does low-key just give, you know, Taseki and the girls, Taseki's puppets, because like I said, even at the end in the car, it's just like, why are you signing yourself up to fight her battles? Like, what do you, like, do y'all think that she wanted that? Like, did she want that? Because not like she said, oh, y'all chill. It's just like, well, we didn't hear the rest of the conversation, but it's just like, why even sign yourselves up for that? What the hell did that have to do with y'all? Y'all don't like when other people jump into other people's situations, but you sign yourself to jump into Taseki's situations, and it's just like, I'm just confused on why. Because it's just giving, you know, like I said, it's just giving Taseki and the girls. As far as this whole Natalie's camera time thing, it was just like, I guess we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, I can't see him just saying like, yeah, you know, we're trying to replace Natalie. It's just like, I feel like Natalie got too much pride to let that happen. Like, her face is in the middle of every poster, and she don't want it to be nobody next to her as the co-person. I just feel like because of the whole Tanisha BGC thing, Natalie didn't want to be there. So it's just like, because we see she's in the next episode, so it's just like, I just feel like she didn't want to be there because Tanisha wasn't there. Like, no shade. As far as this whole Taseki versus, you know, Krishan and Marsh thing, you know, Krishan saying, oh, Taseki heard something that we didn't say, and Taseki is crashing out because Marsh is just there. So it's just like, you know, I'm still confused on why they arguing, but it's just like, Krishan also feel like Taseki's doing it for camera time, and it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't want Taseki and Krishan to fight, but Marsh didn't really seem like she was on that, you know, she was just getting in the car with Krishan and Sky, so it's just like, I don't know. Then we ended with Dolly looking like she was whooping on Tink. Okay, so I guess we'll see what happens next week. So yeah, y'all, when y'all see the next episode, I'm gonna see next episode, and I'm gonna be back on here talking about it again. So until the meantime, just make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that.